All right, Tom, what's happening?
We're heading off to LA to go interview Uncle G, Mr. Grant Cardone.
For over 20 years, I've dedicated my life to bringing you the very best selling, marketing, and business building strategies to keep your business thriving. Get ready to experience the success you've been searching for. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show.
Hey everybody, cool day here in Southern California with my team. We're heading up to Los Angeles to go interview a friend, Grant Cardone, to talk about sales strategies and talk about how do all of us tap into that real potential that we all have as a salesperson, the ability to go out and generate, 10x our current income, right? So that's really what today is all about. I can't wait for you to get to know this guy if you haven't been exposed to him. He's been in sales his entire life. He's invests in lots of real estate, does lots of real estate deals. It's just a really sharp individual. So it's gonna be a fun day. Hey, welcome to West Hollywood. Gonna go have a conversation with Grant Cardone. Hey everybody, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Super pumped to be here in West Hollywood, hanging out with Uncle G, Grant Cardone in the house. If you have not met this guy, you're absolutely gonna love this. We're gonna talk sales, we're gonna talk sales leadership. So Grant, first of all, man.
Hey man, appreciate you coming out.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for taking an interest.
So we got all these amazing real estate agents watching this right now. I'm gonna assume there's at least one that doesn't know who you are.
Okay.
So like for the one, who is Grant Cardone? Like, why should they be even caring?
I am
listening?
whoever I think I am. Who said that? I'm a sales guy.
Yeah.
I'm a guy that came from. My dad died when I was 10 years old, so I've been trying to figure out the success thing my whole life. Because when he died, he was the guy.
Yeah.
He was the example of success. It wasn't my mom.
Yeah.
My mom was the mother and the cook, and not to be sexist, but that's the time I grew up in.
It was the time, yeah.
Yeah. So when my dad died, I was like, I don't think I cognitively, I didn't understand. Oh man, success just went out the door.
Yeah.
But later it was like, who's going to teach me how to be successful? Who's going to teach me? I thought, okay, I'll go to school. Mm-hmm. That's what they told me.
How'd that work out?
That didn't work out.
No.
I'll go to school and they're going to teach me success. I'll go to college. I'll take out debt and they're going to teach me success. And the more education I got, the more formal education I got, the less successful I became.
Yeah.
And so I ended up at 23 after 4 or 5 sales jobs, in a professional sales job where I made a commitment for the first time to really learning sales, which I hated, by the way.
Sure.
Still hate today, for all you guys out there.
I love that. I love that.
I hate sales, man. I hate sales,
Yeah.
but I'm extremely good at it.
Yes.
So-
well, that's a good thing for all of us to get right off the bat, because so many of us, we don't like making phone calls, but I make phone calls.
Yeah,
I don't like following up, but if I don't follow up, I don't get paid.
And I've heard some people say that it's popular, like, don't do the things you don't like to do, just focus on the things you like to do.
Yeah.
That's not me.
No.
Okay, like if you're looking for that little pat on the back, that little powder on your butt, dude, I do I don't want to do every day.
Yes.
Okay, stuff that I abhor doing, stuff that makes me gag a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people out there, particularly some of your performers, because your guys perform at those 10x levels.
Yeah.
But you guys are like, oh, I'm so good. You guys need to dig in and do another level.
All the time.
If you want to 10x where you are right now, quit patting yourself on the back for what you've done. I did that in my own life and it held me back. And start looking at what you could do.
Yeah. Let's go back to those early days. So, forgetting the high school and the college experience.
Everybody always wants to go back to the early days.
Well, no, but I'm thinking more about like, who were some of those early mentors, right? Like I've been blessed to have mentors. I'm assuming you've had mentors in your life, or guys that pulled you aside and said, hey man, read this book, do this.
Yeah, well, I tell you, I was selling a guy a car. I was selling cars when I was 25, or 23 actually, and I had a drug problem at the same time. Mm-hmm. So, a terrible drug problem.
No one in sales can relate to that.
It was awful, dude. I hated that.
I hate that.
Okay, so I had been on drugs for, 10 years. Mm-hmm. Couldn't stop. Tried to stop 10 times a day.
Yeah.
10x.
Yeah.
Every day, man. I'm like, today I'm not going to do it. An hour later. Okay, that's the last time. Yeah. Okay, and then by 11. Okay, the third time I've quit and I failed to quit.
Yeah.
So, and it was a miserable, terrible problem, right? Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, this guy I'm selling a car to, he looks at me one day and he says, I don't even remember his name, never saw him. He was like an angel.
Yeah.
And he's like, son, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he just looked at me. He didn't like judge me, but man, it just got under my skin. So he was a mentor.
Yes.
I think a lot of people, I was at a party the other night here in LA. Forever 21 was there, a guy from Groupon. I mean, some really heavy hitters. Mm-hmm. And these guys were all looking for other people for some advisory or some mentorship. You know, it's interesting at this high level. And I said to him, I said, I've never actually had a mentor, but I learn.
Of course.
I do get mentoring.
A book is a mentor. A
Totally,
conversation is a mentor. A new relationship could be,
exactly.
I'm going to glean from.
Yeah,
So.
and it's also the best mentoring, and I said this to the guy forever. I said, my best mentoring has been looking at the failures of other people. I'm saying, I don't want to do that deal.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
do you have a process for that? I mean, interesting. I was just starting to read Ray Dalio's book, and he's talking about principles, and a big part of his message is when you make these epic mistakes, like these are puzzles for you to re-put back together and figure out like what was the lesson inside of that.
Yeah. What I do is, I mean, I'm not trying to learn. I'm trying to know.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people out there trying to learn something extra. I want to know something. One of the reasons I think a coach is so important, is because he drills that thing over and over until you know it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people today, particularly with social media, they're just skimming, grabbing, reading 15 books or 60 books. Like if I'm gonna read 60 books in a year, it's gonna be all the same guy.
Yeah.
I am gonna consume everything about that one individual. And I think people should be picking mentors, by the way, that are difficult for them to outgrow.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's easy for you to outgrow your mentor, there might not be enough there for him to teach you.
Yeah.
Not that it'd be good or bad or whatever, but I want to, and typically, like I'm going to use a mentor that's probably not alive.
Yes.
I'm going to go back and study what they wrote down, what they put in their life work.
Sure.
Because one book no author is going to ever write one book that's going to somehow consummate or
everything.
Exactly.
It's like their first album, like a band that creates their first album, and it's like it's awesome.
That's what gels up the second book, and that's what gels up the third book. And by the seventh book, he might have some of it right.
Yeah.
Because he's just trying to figure it out too.
Absolutely. So this is exactly what I was hoping for, guys. Like one question and then just all over the place. But I want to go specifically to this. So like our audience, especially our coaching members that are watching this right now, they are doing 10x the average, right? These are teams, team leaders, brokers, but a lot of individual producers. Like the average real estate agent selling 3 deals a year, 5 deals a year. My guys are selling 36, 46, 80, 100, 200, 1,000 transactions a year. They're the best of the best. But you said it, like some of them getting soft.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm on this kick, like how does that person keep the fire, keep the edge? Like what advice do you have for that person that's doing good, but man, it might be the fourth quarter and
get rid of money, man. You got to get rid of money. You guys, your parents taught you to save money. It is the thing that is going to kill your potential more than anything else.
All right, explain.
KIOs, SEPs, retirement plans, bank money, mutual funds, stock investments, they're bad for you. You do not want to be liquid. You want to be illiquid. You must get rid of money.
This is so, okay, I have been telling my clients forever, like,
dude, you got to get rid of money.
Save your cash. Because when the world falls apart,
no, you don't want to do that. You want to get rid of money.
This is good, man. Like,
get rid of your money. Get rid of your money, because what happens is, first of all, that was yesterday's money.
Yeah.
So you if you want to make new money, you got to get your attention off of yesterday's money. What happens to successful people?
Invest it.
Get rid
Park
of
it in real estate.
Park it somewhere where you cannot access the money.
Force yourself to have to work every day.
Buy a jet.
There you go.
Okay, don't lease a jet. Buy a jet. Okay, why would I buy a jet? Somebody's like, why would you buy a jet? Yeah, so like I bought a jet 2 years ago. Okay, I took $9 million, put it into a jet. That jet costs $2 million a year to facilitate and service. Okay, now my accountant's like, man, why would you buy a jet? Just use NetJets. I said, bro, you're my accountant. Okay, let's understand the hierarchy here. I'm the guy buying the jet, and you're the guy.
You're the guy advising me here. Yeah.
You're the guy logging the data. You're not an advisor. I didn't ask you for advice.
Okay.
My lawyer says, dude, I didn't ask you for that advice. Yeah. Okay, I've had lawyers tell me what real estate to buy. I'm like, bro, you don't have any real estate. I got 4,000 deals. I don't need your advice.
Yeah.
Just figure out how to make the PSA work, right?
Yeah.
So the point is, I had a bunch of money sitting in the bank, right? And I'm like, I couldn't find deals that I wanted to put it in.
Yep.
And I'm like, what else could I buy? I want to get rid of money.
Yeah.
It's contrary to the way I was brought up.
Okay, so I just want to be clear, as they're listening to this, you're not talking about like going to get like 5 more Rolls Royces.
I don't have a Lamborghini.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I own a Rolls.
Yeah.
That by the way, Rolls Royce gave me a car.
Yeah,
because of my social media presence.
Sure.
Then I went and got one. Okay, I got one. It's on a lease. I do not own it.
Yeah.
I lease it. I use it. I throw it away at the end of the 24 months. My wife owns a Range Rover, and that's all the only cars we have.
So I just want to be clear, but we're talking about putting your money to work for you.
I have a condo in Miami that my company owns that I lease from the company. I happen to be the tenant.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't own anything else, okay?
Yeah.
I buy shirts, they're probably on sale. The jeans were on sale. All my money, everything from my first 5 businesses goes to a bucket, and that bucket fills up, and I start buying assets.
That's the key distinction.
Assets that either produce more money, or produce time.
Yeah.
A jet produced time, okay?
Correct.
It basically allowed me to get in front of people at a faster rate because I'm running out of time, right? So if time is money, they don't say money is time. They say time is money.
Yep.
You would want to start leveraging your money. You top producers that are sitting on 300 or 400 grand in the bank.
Yep.
And you're like, oh man, I got 400 grand in the bank. I'm the dude. I can wipe that out with one cancer bout.
Yep.
Okay. I was doing a gig for Northwestern Mutual, and the average earner in the room does 970.
Yeah.
So these guys are like, they're all bowed up. I'm $970,000 a year, and I walked in and said, how do you guys,
how do you live?
How do you even live?
Yeah, you can't sleep at night.
Dude, how do you feel good about yourself as a father? When they told me 970, I'm like, a month, right?
Yeah.
So those of you out there doing 300 units a year, man, you need to think about 3,000 units.
Yeah.
How could I get to 3,000? Not that you will, okay? How could you? What would it take? It's just a different level of
the
thing.
lessons along the line. But let's go back.
And just back to the money thing.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of the dough, man. You got to quit waiting for the rainy day, okay?
Yeah.
The only reason you won't spend money, the only reason you won't invest it, and the only reason you won't give it to charity is because you're worried about your ability to create new money.
Yeah.
And when it goes away, what you do is you go back into a create mode. So anybody that's been good at saving money has already proven I can make it, I can keep it, but can you multiply it?
Bingo.
And the only way to multiply it is to get rid of that, put it into another vehicle. And one of the things that has always made me ponder about real estate agents is they're in real estate.
Okay,
and they don't own any.
I was going to bring this up. So a lot of my clients, they do a lot of deals. They do fixing and flipping.
Yeah.
But I still say to them,
But fixing and flipping is not owning real estate.
I'm with you.
Okay?
I'm
Let's
with
just,
you.
Let's just that's another sales job.
Yeah. Well, it's a higher margin deal. That's all it is.
Okay. All right. But it's another
3%
sales
versus
job.
15%.
It's another sales job. Okay.
Yeah.
At some point, you want an asset that will produce passive income for you in the future going forward, right? So like I buy a lot of real estate, rental real estate, right?
Yep.
I'm looking for time with cash flow gives me appreciation guaranteed in the future.
Yep.
It's just as long as I don't have to sell. So as you know, all that stuff. But so many real estate brokers, you guys are in the game, you're looking at deals, you're showing stuff, but you never evolve past the sales model.
Yeah.
Right? You got to become more than a salesperson.
Become your best customer, which has been a conversation we've had plenty of times.
Yeah.
Stop finding a great deal and calling your best Grant Cardone and saying, I got a smoking deal for you, buy it yourself.
Yeah.
You need money? Call Grant, do a split deal.
Yeah, or
own it.
they're selling residential. Most of these guys are selling
all residential.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you don't want to keep selling residential, right? I mean, buying residential. You want to sell the residential.
For sure.
But you want to multiply the doors.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, if you love real estate, and this is what people tell me, because some of your guys know that I'm not a heavy promoter of buying a house.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I want to own multiple doors. If real estate is a good deal, like you say it is, I don't want to buy one door.
Yeah.
I want to buy thousands of them.
Yeah.
Right? And again, that goes back to that 10x mentality. It's a multiplier. It's not an incremental adder. And so for all of you out there that have already done well, you're doing great, hey, awesome. But when are you going to do freaking unbelievable?
Yeah.
Like when are you going to do so good that you got that FU money?
Yep.
You don't have to with somebody on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You don't have to do an open house. You could kick a client out of the house, out of the showing. Please, you and the wife, hit the front door, adios. Wouldn't you like to be in that position? That's freedom.
Yeah.
But most people can't do that because they're worried about the little bit of the listings they have. Or the
For
money
sure. Or the not enough savings or that little nest egg.
Yeah.
So let's go a totally different direction. You're talking to a bunch of our team leaders. They're running small teams, Navy SEAL teams. They're running big teams. We've got individual real estate agents now that have inside of their brokerage 5, 8, 10, 15, 20 salespeople on their team, now in multiple locations. And these rock star salespeople are now realizing, oh my God, I gotta be a sales manager. I gotta be a sales leader. I'm not listening and selling, leaving my flock over here to totally get screwed up, and they blame it on them versus looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
What do you say to the person that's transitioning, they want to become a great sales leader? What are 3, 4, 5 things you'd recommend?
Well, I don't think about leadership much, actually. I almost never talk about it.
Yeah. It's a good question, though.
It is a great question.
Yeah.
It's a great question.
But you are a sales leader.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
Okay, but I am because of what I do.
Yeah.
Not because of what I plan. right?
Sure.
Like I'm not like, oh, I'm going to go become a leader now. Like,
Yeah.
you should lead by example, right? The example thing sucks. It's like it just sucks people up.
Yes.
So for me, the first thing I think with your question is, I don't want 20. The solution to all problems is multiply.
Yeah.
Okay, it just solves all problems.
Yeah.
I don't want 20 people, I want 200.
Yeah.
And some of you shouldn't be sales leaders. You should hire sales leaders.
Bingo.
And you should just be the executive, just freaking, you're the freaking animal.
Be the
you're
owner.
the beast, huh?
Be the owner.
Be the king, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Be the king and say,
Yeah.
hey, secure the gates.
Yep.
You know, get rid of the urine.
Yeah.
Bring in the food.
More
okay?
cake.
Kill the enemy, right? And by the way, that is what it takes
Yeah.
to build an empire and keep one.
Yeah.
It is not you continue to be the guy with the sword
Yep.
that's out fighting every battle.
Yeah.
And so I would just tell people to start thinking beyond 200 grand a year. You need to start thinking about becoming, this is what I was talking about with the money. It's the same problem.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to quit thinking about being a salesperson.
Yeah.
You got to quit thinking about being number one.
Yeah.
You don't want to be maybe you'd want to be number one, but once you're number one, you've done that.
Yes.
Now what? Okay, now how do you grow a company?
Yeah.
Right?
There's $86 billion in U.S. real estate commissions paid annually. $86 billion.
Wow.
And we got clients that, making 10, 15 million bucks a year,
Yeah.
thinking about 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
And I got people that are like $1 million.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that's uncomfortable. And I'm
Yeah.
like, there's 86 billion.
How about this? There's
200
$3 trillion.
billion.
There's $3 trillion sitting in retirement accounts.
Bingo.
$3 trillion.
So what advice do you have to the person to up their
Go-
ambition? Just up their ambition.
Yeah, well, you got to quit saying nonsensical stuff like, I'm happy where I'm at and
Yeah.
we're good, we're all good,
Business is good.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
I'm better off
Yeah.
than somebody in that. You got to quit
Yeah.
comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah.
You got to quit talking like the middle class.
Yeah.
Like you've somehow arrived because somebody in Iran is suffering.
Yeah.
You're good until you're not. There's nobody watching that gives enough money to charity.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody watching should be able to give $1 million a year to charity, but you can't. You know why you can't? You would if you could, but you can't because you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't produce enough, because by the way, it's not your money anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody
It's just a
else gave
game.
you the money,
Yeah.
and you pass it on. Most of you are like, I'm really charitable, I'm really good, but you never do enough. Why? Because you never had enough.
Yeah.
And so because you didn't produce enough, because you didn't work enough, because you didn't expand enough. So I would just say to people, look, have some loftier goals.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's always the biggest thing, but I think most people, you and I both know the old metaphor about like a snake only grows the size of the cage, and they stay inside these little cages, and they're big in that cage until you let them loose in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And I think, a lot of my clients,
I
man,
didn't
keep.
even follow the snake thing there.
Oh, you never heard that before?
No.
The snake will actually grow to the size of the cage.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
So
know
if you
that. Yeah.
release it,
Yeah.
my son, when he was like 6 years old, Daddy, let's get a snake. I'm like, why, man? He's like, because I was watching on TV. If we let it loose in the house, it could be like 15 feet long.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, awesome, right?
Wow,
But I've used
wow.
that metaphor for
Did you get him a snake?
Hell no, man. We got a puppy. Like,
Yeah.
my
I wouldn't have got a
my
puppy.
wife
All of
did
you
this
watching,
no
listen
on
to this,
steak.
okay? I always want this opportunity to get rid of the dogs. Okay, I was doing a gig with A&E or Spike TV.
Yeah.
And I was coaching this couple, and they were trying to get their money right. And I'm like,
Yeah.
look, you need to get rid of the lab.
Yeah.
And they said, cut.
Yeah.
Cut!
Yeah.
Never, ever get rid of the dog on TV, ever. But I'm gonna tell everybody here watching this, okay? If you're
selling a property.
if you guys don't have $5 or $10 million sitting in an account,
Yeah.
you have no business chasing a dog around your house.
Oh, I love that. I love
You're-
that.
let me take
Yeah.
the dog out for poo-poo.
Yeah.
Dude, go get a listing.
Oh man, you just pissed off half the world.
Oh yeah, but I'm just telling you the truth. Nobody's telling you guys the truth.
Yeah.
You're getting comfortable, right? You're comfortable. You're like, I gotta have my dog. I got my kids going to school. Your kids, that ain't school. That's daycare.
I got my beer on Monday Night Football.
Oh yeah,
and,
man. We all good. We take our vacation twice a year, and by the way, the Holiday Inn throws in breakfast for free.
Yeah.
You're still making decisions where you go on vacation based on the points you have with
Yeah.
Marriott.
Yeah.
It's bull, man. That is not freedom.
Yeah.
Okay. That is not freedom.
That's not being a sales entrepreneur. Like being a sales entrepreneur is like what is
and
possible.
then you wonder why your buyer is such a miser.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to pay you 6 points.
Yeah.
Your buyer basically is a reflection of how you treat money, right? So you
I
won't
think
pay
that's
more.
going to be all over social media.
You won't pay more than $178 a night for a hotel. Some
Yeah.
of you can't even imagine paying that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you ask for the upgrade.
Yeah.
Dude, you sound like a pauper.
Okay, I want to be clear. The people that
Yeah.
are watching this are not that way.
Oh yeah, they are. That's
No,
bullshit.
I'm telling you, man.
That's bullshit.
For you.
You guys are
I
still
want in
doing
the
the coupon
comments.
thing.
I want in the comments.
Okay, before you make a decision, you're like, how many points do we have at the Marriott? Where's the best deal we can
Yeah.
get? Okay, who does the free breakfast? Man, you should be going
No.
at the most expensive place. You should be going where people are wearing, like have all the money. Your vacations should be like luxury moments, right? Because I want to be around other players. I want to use money to get access.
You're talking about expanding the snake cage, man. That's all that is, right?
Yeah, that still ain't doing the snake
Holiday Inn
thing.
versus Ritz-Carlton. I show up at the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah,
I'm expanded.
I got a chance of meeting somebody that could do some business with me.
Exactly.
At another level, or at least knows people that can do business.
100%. All right, one totally different question.
Yeah.
So,
you think I pissed some people off with the dog
man,
thing?
listen,
Dogs,
I
cats.
love it. It's all good by me.
Kids, you might want to get rid of the kids. That might be
I'm looking
too
at your
much.
lovely wife right now thinking, I don't think that's going to work. And your daughters are cute. Okay, let's talk about training versus coaching.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So we were having a little conversation before, you've done an insane job building and, developing so much incredible training.
Yeah.
We on the coaching side, we're like the leader in the coaching space.
Yeah.
A lot of people get confused by training, coaching. Like, what's the difference? So in your mind, like, what's the difference between coaching and training?
Well, training's what I did as a young salesperson. When I'd wake up in the morning, I'd watch a tape.
Yeah.
Okay, that was on my own. There's no coach involved. That was me, self-directed, self-starter. Like, I'm gonna watch a tape. I'm gonna learn something. I don't know it. I'm gonna watch it over and over and over again. By the way, not once.
yeah.
Thousands of times I watched it.
Yep.
I would start to duplicate that, practice with it, and train it. A coach was when I got to the place. That's a guy that can give me some feedback.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe I'm having trouble. Maybe I'm doing a presentation and it's not going well. That's when I go to my coach and say, hey, dude, can you come watch what I'm doing?
Yeah.
What am I missing? I have some blind spot. There's something I cannot see. I can't get that from training.
No.
Right? So if you look at the NBA, the NFL, they do training. They have facilities, huge investments, okay? And they also have coaches.
Yep.
Coaches for a lot of different things, by the way.
Specialty coaches.
Exactly.
Sales skills coaches.
Yeah. Those
build
aren't
your
mentors,
business plan
by the way.
coaches.
Those are coaches.
No.
Those are like, hey, you're missing this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
One more inch, this much faster, stretch this more, go, go, go.
Yeah. So like many of you have financial advisors, and if I'm going to get a financial advisor, dude, I need to see the guy's got $300 or $400 million in the bank.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, he's not giving me financial advice.
I agree.
Because I want probably a billionaire, a guy that's got $1 billion to be my financial advisor. Because that's where I want him to pull me up.
But that's also about finding the right coach, right?
That's about spending money to be in the right
yeah,
places. Because he's not going to Holiday Inn.
No.
That dude's not. You're not going to find him at the Holiday Inn.
No.
Or Walmart.
So it's a good distinction. I like that between coaching and training.
Yeah.
And to me, we do 100 seminars a year and then we coach people. So it's, the total immersion, let's come in, let's role play, let's practice, let's work on our skills. But then at the end of the day, if you don't have somebody holding you accountable, like my whole experience is, for most people left to their own devivices, most people
will only do what they have to do.
Exactly, right?
You urinate when you have to. I mean, most people even put it off. They're like, I'm gonna watch the rest of this segment. And then I'm gonna go wee-wee, right?
No, they're on their
some
iPhone
of
just
you
going wee-wee.
Can't hold it off anymore.
Yeah.
Some of you like, come on through, don't worry about it. She's the best. Most people do not do what they don't want to do until they're forced to do it.
Bingo.
And so I don't mind being forced to do things.
Yeah.
Like I love deadlines, Like I'll fill my calendar up with stuff. I bitch about it the whole time, by the way. I complain the entire time. God damn, I can't believe I
Why did I
do
commit
this
to
thing
this?
with Ferry. This son of a bitch is gonna come over here and take my day up. But then boom, it's on my calendar. So then I show up and then I operate 100%, and then I get some feedback. Not from my wife. That's not a coach. That's a wife. Okay.
She's a good wife.
But everybody needs a coach that can kind of look into the deal and say, dude, you're doing this thing. I don't get it.
Yeah. Or we see it, it's the arc of perspective, right? Like, you're doing the thing over here, but we're watching from back here like, hey man, if you just shift this way, bam, they take off. And they're like, that's awesome. You can't get that from training. But I think it's a combination of the two. Like that's, I think there's no right or wrong way for me, but I think it's a combination of the two.
No, I totally agree with that.
All right. I love real estate agents. Like they're my people. Like all over the world, man. Like we're like all over Europe. We're in like 10 different languages. Where are you going?
I'm low riding.
Low ride.
Look how big
Welcome to LA, baby. That's good.
Big, huh?
So you got one thing you can say to the entire real estate industry. Like all agents, man.
Quit being in the real estate industry. Okay, like you saying that you love real estate people, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Why?
Because they're people, man.
Yeah.
Like you love people.
I do love people.
Right? So a big mistake that I made for years was I worked in industries.
Yeah.
It was a huge mistake, multi-$100 million mistake.
Yeah.
Because I thought these people had this problem.
You were like car sales.
Well, I did automotive sales,
Yeah.
and then I did sales.
Yeah.
And then we started a lot of real estate agents, a lot of mortgage agents, a lot of financial planners,
insurance,
like
and on
medical.
and on.
All of a sudden, like I was no longer in automotive. Now it was all sales.
Yeah.
Working with Morgan Stanley.
Yep.
You know, big companies that do $80 million transactions, big, right? So, but I was still stuck in sales.
Yeah.
Okay. Really, the problem everybody's having that I've just discovered, and if I had my whole career to do over again, I would talk to everybody about money first.
Yeah.
Not about sales first.
Yep.
And particularly the top producers, those of you producing out there, you think you know how much money's enough money, but you're wrong.
Yeah. Well, you said it. Yeah. One person gets cancer.
That's it, man.
One thing goes.
It's all good
a
until
hurricane
it's not.
hits.
Totally.
Right.
Right. We helped. Okay, Harvey happened.
Yeah.
I loaded my plane up with 27,000 products. Everything that we could get on it, we counted it.
Yep.
27,145 products, toothbrushes, whatever, all this stuff. We delivered it to Houston. Right. I got in. I was like the third or fourth plane into Houston. We dropped it off. Got out of there.
Yep.
Costs money to do that. It costs money, it costs time, it costs energy. I could have written a check to the Red Cross. The Red Cross, we got there before the Red Cross.
Exactly.
Did, okay? So I said, oh, we did a good thing, right? Well, Irma hits a week later.
Yep.
More money needs to go out.
Yep.
Okay? Mexico City hits.
Yeah.
I need to give more money to help Mexico
And now
City.
the BVI and everybody else.
Yeah,
And,
now the BVI's, Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I know somebody's going to call me and say, dude, can you give 10 grand? Can you give 20? Can you give, So I want to be able to help.
The answer is yes.
The answer is always yes, man.
Because
it's not my money.
Yeah.
It's somebody else's money that I get to, I'm basically the custodian of for some period of time.
Yep.
And I get to decide how am I going to use it, how am I going to spend it, who do I give it to. I just want to make sure it gets to those people. And then I need to go back into the marketplace and recreate the money. And my wife will be there whipping me, go get it, hit it, right? So I would just tell everybody, look, man, get some other gigs going.
Well, I'm going to go back to what you said, and I want to drive it home because I'm a huge fan of this. Is spend more time talking about money. Master your money, learn your money.
Exactly.
Like, what is it? How does it work?
Yeah.
Like the real deal, not the BS stories we were told as kids about money. Like the real deal about money. And if every agent did that, it would completely shift the way they looked at their business.
You should never have money in
Prospecting
an account,
would be just money in dollars, like all day long, right? Like they would be like, this is the easiest thing ever because I'm just talking to clients and making money, and right? Like everything changes. People are freaked out by money, though.
Dude, people don't even want to.
They got scary stories.
You were even taught not to talk about it.
For sure.
Like, don't talk about money.
Yeah.
That's why you don't have any.
Yeah. Money, religion.
By the way, listen to me.
Yeah.
You don't have any money.
Yeah.
What's the biggest earner watching this today?
Probably 17, 18 million, or maybe 26 million.
Yeah, that's real money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's real money.
Yeah.
So you end up netting what? 13?
Yeah, 26 million gross. You're living in New York City. You're paying
gross sales. Gross sales.
Gross commission.
Okay, good. So you
Gross
end up with $12 million. You're making $1 million a month.
Yeah.
You got to have some kind of office.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're making that's real money.
Yeah.
You start
You're
making
doing okay.
$10 million a year. That's real money.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how much money that guy's sitting on. Okay, but my goal would be to earn $10 million passive every year.
Yep.
In addition, whatever I'm earning.
Yeah.
I want my money to work like people.
Yeah.
I think every dollar is a person.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, he ain't sitting home, dude. He ain't gonna go sit in some air-conditioned bank, okay, and do nothing for me. I earned him.
Get that guy to work.
Put him to work.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even have to pay that little $1 minimum wage.
Yeah. Okay, what are 3 books that they should read I mean, like, remember we talked about like obsessing over like maybe one author for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much information out there. I mean, the books are, I mean, every library is full.
Yeah,
Everything they can go on YouTube and get for free.
Yeah.
Who's 1 or 2 people you'd say, check this person out?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I mean, I think you need to check out whatever you're deficient in, right? You know,
I mean, the Kiyosaki's of the world, and right, like you can go through all his stuff on
I like
doing deals and making
Kiyosaki.
money.
I just don't.
Right?
I don't know how the dude doesn't know more real estate than I do.
agree.
I'm like, dude,
I
why don't you
agree.
go buy all your man? Because he got all bugged out talking about the gold and the silver and stuff, and becoming like, I'm like, dude, you get a little weird here on me, right?
Yeah.
Harry Dent.
Harry Dent Jr. Yeah, the Roaring 2000s.
Like Harry, how much money you got?
Yeah.
Where's the money, Harry?
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if you guys should be studying people that write books.
Yeah.
Unless they wrote volumes of work.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, I'm not just interested in sales anymore. I'm interested in the spiritual aspects of me that hold me up. Like, I want to unlock, I want to unleash, like what's holding me back from doing the things I need to do. Again, it's back to, it's not a sales game. It's probably really not a money game. All these things are made up. It's definitely not a time management game. You know, somebody told me last night, they said, you know, when Michael Jordan was, Tim Grover told me this actually. He says he was the coach for Jordan and a personal coach. And he says the team brought in a meditator, and they would teach them the Bulls how to meditate. And he wouldn't participate. And the coach went over to Jordan and said, "Why don't you participate in the meditation?" He's like, "I am."
This is my meditation.
Okay, I'm going to score 50 points in the next game, and I'm going to give everybody on the other side something to think about. We meditate right now. And the point of that is doing this, man. Doing this is senior to everything. Like when I'm in doubt, I just do something.
Be in action, right?
Be in action.
Whatever it is. Whatever it is.
And I always feel better when I'm in action.
Dude, this was a heavy, interesting conversation. I don't even know if I got through my questions.
The money sitting around always makes me lethargic. When I think I'm rich in money, I get
rich in cash.
Rich in cash. Or better off than somebody else. Like playing that game. And I've done it. I made the mistake in 2008. There'll be another 2008. Y'all remember that, right? So many
Which is why I have been saying to them, save your cash. Save your cash. Because the world's going to go on sale, and when it does, but there's
that's bad advice, bro. That's bad advice.
Okay, all right.
That's bad advice, man. I'm telling you, it's terrible advice.
So
everybody tells me, like, we're out buying real estate right now. I'm going to buy 4,000 apartments.
I'm buying deals. They're buying deals.
But then why would you say wait till it's on sale?
No. I'm telling them all the money is made when the world goes on sale. Whoever's got the cash.
All the money's made doing deals right now.
It's a different
point of view. The money's made.
It's a different point of view.
No. The money,
so give it to it. Come on.
Because look, if you wait until the world crashes, first of all, you're not in the space. You won't know the deals. Nobody's going to transact with you because you weren't playing with them when the deals were happening.
That's fair.
Okay. So. And you want to buy things that actually, if the world does go on sale, I want to be in some products that don't get hurt.
I agree.
Okay, so
low-income housing,
$1,200 a month rent. So they're not going away in any city in America. Okay, you can't build it. You can barely buy it. Okay, and that middle space in rental will not go away. What you don't want to be in is the $4,000 a month rental. So when that happens, if the world goes on sale, that $4,000 rental now. That was $200,000 a door. You could probably buy it for $120,000. But the problem is because you weren't playing with these guys, when things were good, me and you're bidding on a deal, I get that deal. I've already transacted with the guy 3 times.
I got you.
So, and what if the world never comes to an end?
I can't wait for the questions and comments, man, because this is going to be super fun. Like, we get a ton of comments on my website.
Pets.
No dogs. No pets.
So, and if
snakes.
There's anything I can do, if you guys comment down below, I'm happy to answer any your questions. If whatever, any way I can help your audience. You got a great audience.
These guys and gals, I'm telling you, they are truly like there's real estate agents. And then there's like Tom Ferry clients. And these men and women are like all over the world, man. Like I just talked to one of the best agents in Italy today, absolutely killing it. Like they're every place. They do it 10x. I do level 10. That's like my thing. So when you did 10x, I was like, all right, level 10 is me against me, being a 10 every single day. Right? And then when I saw your 10x, I'm like, oh I love that, man. Level 10, 10x. All right. So, dude, this has been super fun. I can't wait to read the comments. They're going to be all over the board, man, because you and I agree on a lot, and we look at things differently.
I don't think we disagree on anything, probably. I think.
How they're doing with their money, right? Because I think I know where some of them are at financially, and I want them to have a little more cash because some of them don't have cash, and if cancer shows up or something happens like that, they're wiped out. That scares me, right? So,
but they
as
wouldn't
a coach,
be. They wouldn't be because they would go create again.
True.
So you would go create again. I promise you. And by the way, when you get a second vehicle producing passive income for you, this is what can solve these big problems. I mean, the only reason to have money. It's not for the cars and the watches or the trips. It's really to solve problems. I mean, the ultimate solution is to solve problems for yourself, your family,
people you love,
and maybe even people you don't know. If you can.
I agree. All right, guys, this has been super fun. I can't wait to read the comments. Grant, thank you so much, man. Totally appreciate your time and your lovely wife. So remember, hey, thanks for watching. Strategy matters, passion rules. Do something with your money. Well, there you go, my interview with Grant Cardone. Thank you so much for watching this interview. I can't wait to read your comments. And if you would you let me know who else I should go out and interview. Who else do you want to get exposed to? So make sure you do that. And if you haven't liked my page, absolutely make sure you get notified. Like the page, make sure you make that happen. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Hey, thanks so much for watching. We have a number of events coming up and we'd love to have you there. Visit tomferry.com/events and reserve your spot today.